is like humongous, bro. I forget this. You don't know who Buck Rogers is?
No, I do not. I don't know who Buck Rogers is.
It's like a show from the 80s. It's a space show and shit.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You gotta Google it sometime. I feel like him with these headphones on, bro. Like, this is like some old school.
Paging Captain Coach, come in.
Some 80s fucking headphones and shit.
They do look that way, though. They look, but they're really
If
cheap.
you plug these in, will I hear shit?
Huh? No.
Oh.
Because it's USB. It's different.
Alright, so these are useless.
Yeah. Basically.
Okay.
These are useless. Yeah, you guys are just... Honestly, listen. I already have 3 sets of headphones. Or 2 sets of headphones.
Mm-hmm.
And then my buddy, who won those at work from, like, being best in our class, he gave me those headphones and was like, hey, man, like, you want these headphones? I was like, I mean, I'll take them. Because just like how your phone's broken and everything, you know?
Oh, I'll take a phone.
You know what I mean? Like...
I break phones like... Bro, I'm telling you, the email said you had 13 phones in 21 or 27 months
That's
through
ridiculous.
our insurance. And they said you weren't supposed to get 2 of them. So I kind of like hustled 2 phones out of them. So I'm like, okay. So they're like, your insurance.
Hustler.
Your insurance is
Hustler.
done.
You know what's funny is people do that to us too. They'll come in and like, hey man, my receiver's broke. Or now look, my receiver's making a loud noise. Can you replace it? And like me sometimes like, yeah, sure.
But that, I mean, come on, man. They're making billions
right.
of dollars, man.
Right.
What's a couple phones gonna do?
Yeah, really. Like, man, you can just hook me up with a Nokia, like a little flip phone or something. You can't even do that for me.
Yeah, give me something, man. I'm like messed up with phones, bro. I break a phone. Like, I get a phone, the screen is shattered within 5 days. I got a protection one time. One of those things you put in a case. I even broke it then.
Yep. No, this thing, man, I'm good. That's why I always get Android phones and like either Galaxies or like I said, like I had that one phone that's downstairs, it's sitting on my bed. I had that thing from the year I was in my senior year in high school till about just this year. Or this last coming summer.
You ain't never broke a phone.
I broke one phone, but it was because I threw it and broke it.
It's not like I'll have my phone right here, bro. It's like crazy. I'll just get up and smashes all over the ground.
Yeah, I wonder how cheap it is to make like not like how cheap it is to make a phone.
They're not expensive, bro.
But I mean, I was gonna say how cheap it is.
They're not.
Like the screens and everything. Like what's the best phone to get for not breaking a screen?
Well, what I want to know is like why can't I know why they don't do it, but they can't tell me they don't have the technology to make a phone that bends.
Oh, they do. They have. I've actually seen it. I've actually seen them make the thing that bends.
No hinges. It's just like rubber.
Yes, it bends. I've seen it because what they do is they make a motherboard that's inside the phone, and it's just flexible. It's on a flexible base.
But they know. What do they know though?
Because if they make so much more money for selling insurances for cracked screens and not just cracked screens, but for damaged electrical failures for crack.
Selling it for crack.
Right, or the outer boxes. They're making all those phone cases are making so much money, claiming they protect your phone from water and everything else. Why make a phone that's really good, or any product that's really good, whenever you can make it okay and offer insurance for it and make sure it goes bad?
And get them like they're getting me. They know they're targeting me because they know that I'm going to break 13 phones in 27 months.
Listen, that is 13 phones over the course of 2 years. That's insane.
That's insane, bro.
A little over 2 years.
My
That's still
mind
insane.
doesn't connect with the phone is like, it's like, what is it? Like, it's just a phone. But when it breaks, I'm like, and now I got to pay for another one. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make myself remember this before I pay for another one. I'm going to go a couple of days without the phone.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I can be like, I need to start to take care of that, like treasure my phone, because that's where it's all at right now. You don't even need, like, the laptop is pretty much obsolete unless you're doing something
like this.
You can do it out everything from your phone now.
Right. Exactly. Until they one day they're gonna put a USB adapter on this son of a gun, and when they do that, that thing's shot.
A US? What do you mean?
Because I can't plug in USB ports. Like,
if you
the tip of that headphone cord, that one you just had, that's a USB port. And if the minute they put one of those sons of guns on this, that's toast, bro. That's toast. I mean, in the end, there's only so much this can do with processing power. Like, this thing's got way much more under the trunk. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, this thing here, because I mean that renders videos that if like we edit a video, it'd render that, like I said, in under 30 minutes. If I had to render a video on this thing with the processing power it has, it could take hours upon hours.
So what's up? You've been seeing any of the Olympics going on? Do you like the Olympics? Is that something you watch?
You know, not really. But whenever I see it, I enjoy it. But like, it's not like something I seek out.
I like watching it for like the underdog.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I like seeing like people that are like they're not meant to win, but they win. I'm always about that. You know that, knowing being involved in the football. I'm about the underdog shit. Always. I don't never want a stacked team. I'll never root for a stacked team unless it's one of my teams that I professionally root for, but like Steelers or something like that. But as far as like coaching or playing for one, it's no fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you just go steamroll everybody.
Like, it's easy. It's like there's no challenge in it. I get you. I was saying that there's two things I enjoyed: the figure skating, the duo one, the duo. Listen. Hear me out. Listen,
tell me you weren't a figure
skater. Tell me how whack this is. Listen.
Were you a figure skater?
No. God, I can't even ice skate. You know what's funny? I can't even rollerblade. I'll tell you a story about that. But that'd be a different day. No, but like when I was watching the ice skating on like the Olympics, this stuff's crazy. Like, imagine you're a guy. Okay, for one, just you know how hard it is to ice skate? For me, anyway. This guy is doing spins and 360s while having a woman attached to his waist like a freaking ragdoll, and they just do it like it's nothing. That's insane to me. Like, I mean,
you got to be real strong.
Oh man,
you got to be strong. Your core, their core has to be amazing.
Oh, it has to be, because they have to keep so much balance while holding somebody, like, and then like, you know, they're just doing all this crazy junk. I never seen, like, he's like holding her like this and he's just spinning her around while he's spinning. Right. That's insane to me. Like, I couldn't do it. But another event I enjoy from the Olympics has to be curling.
Where you push the thing? And I never seen one.
Listen, here's what I was saying.
I've seen jokes and spoofs about, but I've never seen a real live curling.
Oh, really? Well, I'll tell you what. This is what I think of curling. I think curling would be a cool like backyard sport or something if you lived in like a frozen lake and stuff like that.
You gotta drink some beers doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd be like cornhole for us, right? I think that's what curling would be. I really don't think it should be an Olympic sport, but it would be like a cool board game. I mean, like, imagine like you had like a sheet of ice. Like, you lived up in like Canada, right? You had a sheet of ice on a lake, right. You know, and someone just got some spray paint, drew a line, then drew another line, you know, for the thing. People got the brushes and then just started scraping, you know what I mean, and letting the things roll down the sheet, whatever. And then they had to you had to try and land them inside that dartboard. It's like a big old game of darts, but with like ice.
Yeah, it's difficult though.
I know it's difficult, but it would be cool though. Like, I would play. I mean,
it'd be something I would have to have like 10, 15 beers in me to get into that.
Yeah, right.
Because it wouldn't be.
It would just be like.
I'd be like, oh, okay, that was cool.
But I mean,
if you're hammered,
yeah, right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why cornhole's so fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm pretty good at that.
When I'm saying that whenever you're trash, you're just like, whoa, watch me throw this bag into this hole.
Or beer pong, pretty good at that.
Yeah, beer pong too. But I mean, that's what I'm saying.
They should have professional Olympic sports that you do while drinking beer.
They think they had something like that, or it's in like a different country. There's actually a movie about it. I can't think of a movie.
They really do it professional. That should be professional. Like,
there are like in Germany, I think it is, because that's where they have like all those beer drinking contests where like they have like the boot thing and all that, like all kinds of.
How come that isn't a big thing here in America?
I agree with that. I'm just saying that, like,
do you know how much beer you'd sell? Like, if you like had a sponsor, you sponsored a beer pong,
and like people were like trying to play the game with you, like at home, like you're playing the beer pong game. Every time he sinks one, we all got to drink, guys. Like, I mean, you would watch it. It'd be like watching an event, right?
You're just getting
somebody,
hammered.
And you're getting drunk while doing it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. But I like the girls' hockey team is doing pretty good.
I like
seeing that. I like seeing the girls go do some things, because like the soccer team, they usually do pretty good. The one boxer who won the 2, she's supposed to be the next heavyweight in America. Yeah, I like watching a few things other than it, but I watch summer more. I like summer more. Summer Olympics more.
Yeah,
I like that thing where they shoot and then they ski. I like.
Oh
that.
yeah.
That looks like you got to be.
Ski jumps are intense. Like I watched someone do a flip on a ski, and like I was just crazy to me. Like someone doing flips on the ski. That like jumping that high in the air, flipping, doing like a spin and landing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't land that, you're dead. You're at least you snapped your spine. Like that's it. Like,
yeah, if you don't land, yeah. I mean, I seen, and plus those borders too. I seen a show. They had something. A couple of them are in the Olympics now, but the boy got hurt and shit. He was doing it. They were jumping in between trees, right? Because they say when the sun's not out, it's better to have trees on the side so you can like, it's like a scale or something that they know where to go because you can't see on the outside. I have no idea. To me, it just doesn't make sense. But they kept jumping, and the guy, they jump and they, land. A couple of them landed, but the guy hit the tree, busted up all of his insides. They had to wait like an hour and a half for a helicopter to come get him.
Oh,
his back was messed up. I'm like, why would you jump? I wouldn't jump then.
Right.
Like they were using it as a guide. They said I didn't understand why. I missed why, but now dude's all screwed up because he hit the tree.
But I'm sitting there thinking to myself too. I mean, like,
jump.
If you're a person that is into that sort of thing, I could never ask you why you did it. Because like, you know what I mean? You're just doing it. Like, I mean, you decided that you rolled those dice. I'm never going to know why you were just like, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to get some skis. I'm going to jump. I'm going to do a couple flips and a roll.
I couldn't do it. I'm cross country. I did cross country a couple times.
Yeah. I did cross country too.
We got a place down. It's called Peak and Peak down from where. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I'm not giving nobody no more free advertising. You're gonna have to pay for this coming up because we're gonna get these numbers up. But it's a place down by we got where it's a ski lodge and you can rent out a big cabin and just pretty much people we just go and have a party. Sometimes we'll ski, we'll tube, stuff like that. It's a nice time, but you rent out a big cabin. Like get like 20 people and you guys just hang out, have fun, have a little party, get your girl. Mostly you do it with, like couples type thing, hang out for a little bit, hang out for the weekend, and then you just shoot back in and get the week started again. But it's fun. You never went skiing before?
No, because I told you about, like I said, I went rollerblading at a place up in State College area when I was younger. And the whole time I was rollerblading, man, it was just me. I was just going, and I was just falling. Like I was just here. It'd be like I'll give you this little reenactment here. Take these headphones off. I don't even know why I still have them on. But like it'd just be me. I'd just be like, down on the ground. I'd be like, fall again. Every time I was awful at it.
I don't think I ever rollerblade. I was awful with four wheels, bro. Skating. When we used to go skating all the time when I was little, I would hit the wall. I would leave there with like
the bruises on your knees,
and,
right?
Like tore up
tendons
and shit.
That was me exactly. I got home from that rollerblading thing, and I was just like all bruised up. It wasn't like I hated it because of the pain. I just hated it because I couldn't do it. I was like, yeah, I can't do this, and I wasn't gonna go back again anyway because it was like a one-time thing. But I mean, I'm saying like there was like when I went, there were kids that already knew how to do it. They were just outdoing me. It was like a church-related thing, and like I was there. I'm just falling every 5 seconds. I'm like, you know what? After like doing it for like 2 hours straight, I was like, I'm gonna go and get some pizza. I'm just gonna sit down.
Get some pizza.
Because I had pizza. I'm
Make
like,
sure you have pizza money when you go skating. If you can't skate,
if you can't skate, have some
you
pizza.
You better have some pizza and some tokens to play some games or some shit.
I don't think they had any. They might have. I don't know. I don't remember.
You didn't. Where'd you go?
Oh, Penn Skates.
Penn Skates.
Yeah.
That's in
Penn State area.
It's in Happy Valley.
Yeah, it's like it's so weird too. Because I think if I remember correctly, it's like in the middle of nowhere. Like it's in the outskirts of town, and it's like in like a cornfield somewhere, like a big building. I swear to God.
What the fuck?
I know.
That's all they had was roller skating.
They had that, and like I said, they had like a food thing, and then like they had like cool little things in the middle, like everybody would rollerblade on the outside, and then in the middle of the rollerblade arena, there'd be like things going on, like people would like have sumo suits on, you could wrestle and do stuff out there, like you could put on like the I'm talking like the actual fat sumo suits. You put those on and start sumo wrestling with people.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. It's cool. Like I said, like, and we all.
I'll do the sumo suit. That'd be fun as fuck.
Yeah, we all got an opportunity to do it. To put on the sumo suit and wrestle each other. But they'll take your turn. So what do you do in the meantime? Rollerblade. And you fell, and like other people just go around. You're like, dude, you're just wasting my time.
Get the fuck out of the way.
They just like kick you while you're down. I'm sorry. Ow.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Like, all right, after you kick me in the ribs 6 times, like, all right, I'm gonna go get some pizza.
Is there anything else that happened recently that's hot topic besides the topic that we're about to jump into? Is there anything? I can't think of anything.
Nothing jumps off the page. Like I said, I mean,
what about I seen something about in sports that was pretty fucked up. I can't remember what it was. I hate when I do that. I gotta start writing shit down. We're gonna have to get.
All I know is I'm excited for NFL free agency when I talk about football. Or
yeah, I'm excited to see. Yeah, there's gonna be some moves that are gonna happen, especially with the Vikings and the Eagles, Patriots as always.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot. A lot of teams. I think San Francisco is gonna make some big moves because they're playing to compete right now. Mm-hmm. They cleaned out all that mess from freaking after Harbaugh left and shit went downhill. And cleaned out the Chip Kelly fucking debacle just like Philly had to do. Even though he made moves, I mean, he would be a good front office guy.
Right.
He doesn't know how to use the talent that well. He puts them in his system instead of saying, okay, let me work their talents a little better. Fair enough. But I think he knows how to get players, and that's what he did with San Francisco. He left them with some good players.
Right.
He just couldn't coach them.
Right. I agree with that.
So I think San Fran's going to be tight.
Yeah.
That's
dark horse playoff candidate for sure.
Yeah, I think they might trade up, to be honest, to get some kind of like running. They need a running game. Mm-hmm. Carlos Hyde's getting older, banged up a little bit. But.
Yeah. Well, he's not too old. I think he's 28 coming in this year. But I mean, like 28 to 30 is like where the running backs start to
decline. Well, that's what they're saying.
Teeter off.
And they're saying he's banged up. Like he's been playing banged up for a while now. So you want to find fresh legs if you're going to make a run. You want some fresh legs. You could piece that together because I think the Patriots do it well. One thing that they do very well, like I thought the Eagles, but I don't know. I didn't get what I didn't get how they use their running backs, but they have a nice running back core. They got the power guy. They got the screen guy and the every down back. And
right.
And then they got Clement. So they got a nice...
Yeah, they got the 3-headed monster back there.
You need that.
So we had a 3-headed monster, then Tay Train left and went to the Vikings. And then we had... Because they thought Marshawn Lynch was going to be the first and second down. And they said, yeah, Jalen Richard and DeAndre Washington were going to be the third down backs. And well, now, if Jalen Richard was going to be the change of pace back, and then DeAndre Washington was going to be our third down back, and then that didn't really play out the way we wanted.
Yeah, I wouldn't, I don't know, what are they going to do with it? They're going to keep him for another year. I know
They're going to keep both those running backs and Marshawn still, too.
Yeah, and I think Gruden's going to know how to use... They're going to keep him, or...
They're keeping Marshawn.
Okay. This is what I thought, too. I think Gruden's going to know how to use him. You don't use... Marshawn's not an every down back no more. You use him in certain spots.
Right. That's what they said. It's like they like using him for first and second down just to grind out like a tough 3-4 yards, just to get him started to do whatever they want to do or set up the next play.
Yeah. I just don't think he's that guy anymore. He's that guy where you can get...
If it's third and short, then he's your dude.
Yeah, but you want him around. You more or less you want him around in your clubhouse.
Right.
Because his attitude is just like, I love it. His attitude is just like, fuck everything. I want to play ball and we're going to have some fun. And I think that's cool. I think not playing by the rules of the NFL, and because if you play, I mean, I get it. You got to be. He's not disrespectful. He's just like, I'm not playing this freaking game that y'all want us to play every day. You know what I mean? I make you money. You pay me. I think that's a fair process.
Yeah, I'd say I make you money. You pay me.
It's just like with Le'Veon. I don't know what. To be honest, the Steelers are the type of people that say they're going to tag him this year, and after that they don't figure it out. They're going to let him go. That's just the type of team we are. We don't care. We got those many years out of you. Nothing came out of it.
Right. So see you. Have a good one.
We got to let you go and start over and make room for, we got to sign a quarterback. We need our future quarterbacks.
All right. So you said something about San Francisco and you said something about Le'Veon Bell. Just to wrap this up. Do you think Le'Veon Bell's going to go to San Fran?
No.
No?
The Steelers are going to end up giving him... He's got to be careful because he's going to get the tag. Unless they work out a deal right now on this offseason. But if he gets the tag and he gets hurt, he's screwed. Think about that. Of course, he made, he made money. He's gonna make money, but he could have got his long-term deal. His long-term deal that they gave him last year wasn't that far off of what he really wanted.
Right.
It was like a couple mil, like 5 or 6 mil. But I think I probably might have took that deal, just to be
on the safe side. So
yeah,
because you don't fuck your career, especially with running backs too, because it's rough and you're ever down back. Now, this is something I was going to talk about. Like I said, unfortunately, there was a shooting in Florida a couple weeks ago, or actually it was about 2 now, wasn't it? Almost 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, 17 children, not just children but adults, died, passed away, and we bring a little bit of attention now to school shooting and gun control, more so. But also another thing too. This happened this morning, Coach. I was on Facebook, and they started showing off that there's crisis actors. You know what crisis actors are?
Yeah, that Hog guy is one.
Right, but there's
they hired him to just get on the news and propaganda, basically.
Right. Well, there's a kid. Did you see it? Did you see the videos now? Because he was one of the kids that claimed he was at that high school.
His name is Hog. Something Hog. That's his name.
Oh, so you saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw it today? Okay. Because I got on Facebook and saw it, and I was like, wow. It's like, here we go again.
He was at one in Cal. He said that he was a witness in
California to the whole boogie board thing or whatever, right? And how were you in California, and the next day you're just a tight end of school here? I mean, coincidence? I don't know, but
that's not a coincidence.
Right. I'm just saying I don't know. Believe what you want to believe.
And plus, if you look at the interview of him, he was too well spoken to be a man that was just in that situation. He was too well spoken.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They said they had videos. I was watching the thing, like him going, wait, hold on, where he was trying to get his story straight. You know what I mean? Because he had to say something right, whatever have you, or else someone's gonna ask questions. Because what happened, I think this is starting to happen now. Remember the Las Vegas shooting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when that happened, it fell apart because everybody had video and cameras, and
they can't run the bullshit no more.
Because we were like, there's 2 shooters. There's 2 of them. There's not just this guy in this room. How did this guy get all this? They had pictures of the room. I said, okay, why is it there? Why are all these guns laid out like this? Who would lay all these guns like this? Even if he was selling to a terrorist organization, why would they lay out the guns like this in the hotel room? They wouldn't. It just doesn't make any sense. You put them in a closet because if someone came in and saw it, bang, bang, you're going to have to kill them. I'm just saying. But then they asked all these questions, and you just notice how that story faded away, right? And everybody's making such a big deal about the last school shooting we just had. They're like, this was the last one. Even though I promise you folks it will not be. I apologize for that, but I mean, there are just people out there that are just going to snap. They're going to do things, they're Fruit Loops, they're crazy, or they're alienated. Now, I'll get into that later. But things like that are going to happen. And there's just nothing really that we can do about it in the sense of banning guns. I mean, a lot of people want to do the gun control thing. In my opinion, they want to control the guns. I believe Donald Trump actually moved today or yesterday to remove bump stocks.
To move what?
Remove bump stocks.
What is a bump stock? A
bump stock, I'm guessing, is a way, like when you're using a single fire semi-auto. I mean, I'm not fluent. Okay, you want me to do the research?
Yeah, just make sure you research whatever. We're just giving our.
But I'm just giving the information. He's moving to basically remove bump stock, which I'm assuming makes guns shoot faster. The rate of fire go faster, and he's removing them. He's banning them, right? He told Attorney General, your favorite guy,
fucking the weirdo, creepy guy,
your favorite man, that to move them,
creepy.
To remove them. And I don't know if they've done it yet or not. They voted on it, but
okay. So what is that gonna do?
But that's the point I'm getting to. What is that gonna do? In my eyes, probably absolutely nothing. I was like, because you're gonna ban something and it's gonna still be around. I said, and bump stock's nothing. But what he is doing, why he is doing it, is because all of these people, all these Democrats, after this thing happened, right? And it is the Democrats. I'm sorry. Even if you think you're not, like you are, like these people that are pushing for it.
Oh,
like
say that again.
Like
you said, if you think
you think you're not pushing for it because of that. It's like it's a Democratic viewpoint where people are like gun control. The guns are killing the people, and they're making a push for it. And all these kids too are making a push for it. And I'm not saying I'm not putting them all in a bubble, but you know, they just know what they know, what they've been told. So they think that they go, we're gonna make a push for gun bans. We're gonna ban the guns, ban the things that make them kill people, yada yada yada. And I just don't agree that that's going to work.
It's not. It's not going to never happen.
Right.
One, the gun companies are part of the corporations that run this bitch. They're not going to let that happen.
No.
They put too much money in politicians' pockets. They're not going to let that happen. What that is though, like you said with the Crisis Act. Let's go back a little bit.
Okay.
Because we skipped over some things. There's things on the line like that one shooting in Miami. Where they said it was the Muslim guy that shot up that club, right?
Right.
They have video of people carrying, like they you seen the video of people carrying people out, but they have the back end of it where they drop the guy down and then they stop and they like go there every day. Like that's what the media does to us. I mean, it was fake. The same one we seen on the news where the guy was carrying a guy and he was all bloody or whatever, and they were carrying him, a black dude and somebody else. This was all over the national news. But then they showed the back end of it. Somebody had to leak the footage of the back end where after they go by the screen and they're like, all right, pretty much we got enough. They drop the guy and they all walk off, off to whatever section or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a bunch of... Is it happening? Do I believe like they're paying people to do this? Some things. I mean, that's how high it can happen.
So that's just how high your conspiracy is and everything. Because like you can't trust anything anymore. Like I mean, It is how it is. But I mean, like that's why I mean my motto is that you trust what you know. And so like I mean, I have reason to have my doubts just because I've seen things that have fallen apart and I've seen our government do things and then lied right to our mugs about it.
And that's where I was going with it. It's like that's what they're doing with these crisis things. They want to take our guns because they want total control of us. Mm-hmm. They know for a fact, like we keep talking about.
But it's crazy that people still would cry out for the loss of guns. Like they would just do it. Like I don't want my guns anymore. Get the guns away from my.
And it's not bro. I'm in the middle. Like I believe some liberal things. I don't believe in putting Republican Democrats. I just believe, and they don't believe that. They just know they have to have it. You have to have it. They don't believe everything that they're saying. It's a follower mentality. Like, okay, because he says that, I'm going to do that.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like
or because they like that, I don't like it.
Right.
But I'm saying most of all, though, but that's what it is. That part of the party, they want to take our guns. They want to because they know for a fact that we're getting too close together where we might actually one day exercise our Second Amendment.
Right.
And I'm not no conspiracy theorist or nothing. I just know what I see going on in this world.
Right.
And I know what the government does to us. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm not let's go take over it. I'm not that guy. I'm just saying but it's all written. It's all written down in the Constitution that's why we're supposed to have guns. It's not for anything else. Not it's to protect our property, our loved ones, and against what do they say? A
tyrannical government. Yep. No, it's totally illustrated there, and you're right. That's exactly what it is. I mean, it's just another way to divide us. So they have these little things, and then, like I said, like the minute I heard there was a school shooting, I just knew all I was gonna have to click was Facebook, and the first 15 posts I was gonna see were about gun control. I just knew it. I had no doubt in my mind. I didn't even look at my Facebook feed yet, and I looked at my roommate Kyler, looked him right in the eye, and I said, you know what? I said, Facebook was cool for a while. Now I gotta get back on here. And what it is like, I'm not mad because people post about it, because I know it's passionate. People want change. It's a tragedy. It happened. But what I'm mad about is that people will just post these, like, not even their own posts. They won't even make their own opinion about it. What they'll do is they'll see, like, one of those, like, little memes. You know what I'm talking about? Like, the picture of something, and they'll just say, like, blah, 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 someone else tweeted this, and whatever have you.
Well,
without even really factually.
That's everything. Both parties. If it's something strong they believe in.
Oh no. That's what I'm saying is like, because you have
you're just speaking specifically on
not just the gun control, but the people that are also pro gun, because they'll post things that are like they don't make any sense in the context of the situation. Just as you would have, I mean, because like they're saying if you ban the guns, then our government's going to, start killing us off, right? But then at the same time, to believe that, you would have to believe that your government is a communist nation of some sort, and they would want to kill you. That's what I'm saying.
Well, both sides, they label them, just when they're saying that, like both
Right.
sides, they say that Democrats are communists and they say that Republicans are fascists. It's the same thing.
Right.
They're
Exactly.
just attacking different angles. They
Right.
want to control you. They're
Oh,
just
right.
using different angles.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I'm talking about.
And we're not trying to go into no like this. It's not conspiracy. They blatantly tell you what they're trying to do, what they want to do. That like whole thing, like what they say, what they just want control of us. They want control of how we spend our money, how we make them money, and how we work. It's just that simple.
Exactly.
They don't want us to get together and form and be like, you know what? Why are we paying all these taxes? Why are they making? Because taxes is illegal.
Right.
It's not in the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
None of this stuff it's stuff that was made up as they went along. You know what I mean? It wasn't what the people that made the Constitution stand for. Just like when everybody gets pissed about the flag and all that bullshit. That's the way we're living now is not how they intended back then. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm sitting here thinking about too, is, you know, when you think about the tax, what have you, I understand why we pay taxes. I understand it. The problem is the rate of the taxes and the amount that you're paying per whatever check you have is ridiculous. It's getting to a point where you're sitting there like, legitimately, a fourth of my income, every paycheck I get, a fourth of that paycheck is gone to somebody else. Like, you know, and it's just crazy to think that that's how it works. Like, you know.
But it being like, this is the thing though. If you do the math and you go to other countries, like if you look at their statistics and match them to our statistics, we're supposed to be the strongest, most powerful, but we are low in taking care of our own people. But we expect our people to be so prideful and so, you know what I'm saying? And so American, like, you know, respect everything, but we're the poorest country that, like, when it comes to taking care of veterans and are sick and stuff like that. If you do all that math, like, what are you doing with our taxes? Where's our taxes really going? What are you saying they're going? You're saying they're going somewhere, but they're not. What everything is like compared to other countries. We're supposed to be the freest, like, American,
Right.
strongest everything, but we treat our people the worst.
Right, exactly. And you know what? And I think that really kind of ties back into the whole conversation we're having about the gun control thing. I mean, really the only thing that's like stopping us, because like, I mean, right now, I mean, in terms of everything that's going on, we are just getting raped in the butt. By everything. By the economical, socio-political. I mean, our lives, I mean, like I said, mental health, our lives are literally a living hell.
Yeah, it's just out of control. Like I said, with the gun control, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I can go buy a laser printer and make a gun.
Right. It's crazy. 3D printer.
3D, or
3D printer.
I said a laser printer.
There's a laser printer. It's
That's
like
like
a laser
from the
printer.
90s.
Well, no, a laser printer. They would just want you to put up a picture of a gun, walk into.
It would be in color.
Don't freeze. Is that a paper gun?
Yeah.
Don't play.
No, I made it on my laser printer.
I printed out some bullets too for this.
So a 3D.
I printed out some bullets for this piece, bro.
So a 3D printer, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's called. And you can make a gun. You can go on YouTube. This is the thing too. If they ban the weirdest shit on YouTube, but I could go on there and find how to make meth, a gun, anything.
Right.
So what is the whole? I don't get it.
Right, banning it. So
they want to control our content and our news and all that. With that, what's that thing called? What they're doing with YouTube? The new law that they took away, where we had pretty much freedom on. Now they want to control it and start making us pay for to put our content or whatever. I forget what it was called.
I don't think it's a rule or a law.
No, it's a law. They took the law away.
Oh, net neutrality.
Net neutrality. How they did that. They do all that and they say, what is the purpose of that though? What? Yeah. So you're saying, okay, and believe me, I'm not against gun. I don't think there's any way you can stop it, because one, if you try to really take those people's, like, you're not going to get my gun.
Right.
You're not going to get it. I'm not going to let you have it.
Exactly.
It's going to be it'll turn into a civil war in our country if you try to take their guns. So they're using the propaganda route to try to get people to be like, come on, man. You know,
right, and that's what I'm saying. And slowly take them away. Yeah. And over the generations, people will just not want guns anymore, and then we'll just be screwed. You know, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Because I mean, I know a lot of people that have guns. I know a lot of people. They don't go around and say and show off their gun, and you don't even know they have the guns unless you're real cool with them. They'd be like, "Hey, I brought this." You know, or you go to the range with them. They have the gun for the specific reason to protect their family and their Second Amendment right. That's it.
Right.
A lot of people I know, but I know there's some crazy people though.
Right. Oh, I know there are, and that's what. Okay, so here's my take on it. Okay, what needs to happen, and here's the thing, and it's been said before. I said America has a mental health issue disguised as a gun problem. It's what it is. That's really what the problem is. It's I believe it's a mental health issue that has stemmed from the new social technology that we're having now, where people are a text away, but there's no human interaction. The problem is biologically we need human face-to-face interaction. We need it. We crave it. You know, like we really do. That meaningful connection with another being of our own species, or you know, what have you. We need it, or else we become crazy, loony. We decentralize ourselves from reality. And that being said, what happens is what I call, like I said, alienation. It's not really what I call it, but you know, it's the term used. These people become so alienated whenever they're attacked. Whenever someone says something negative about them or talks bad about them, they internalize, and they have no way to externalize it. They don't have any way to put it out somewhere else to get it away from them, to express themselves. They keep all that inside because they can't get rid of it, because there's no one to talk to, right? And that's why we're having these kids that are weird at school. And the thing is, they might already have issues. They might already be a little, you know, they might have a little bit of mental instability. But that wouldn't guarantee that they're going to shoot up your school. What will guarantee that is that they're weird, they're different, and you as peers of your children, or even adults, even your adults, fail to recognize this person as what he is, a human being, and treat him with such respect. Because what happens again is they lose that alienation, they have no communication, they internalize all their feelings, they go crazy, so they're only stuck in their own world, their own head. They don't think about anybody else's feelings. Empathy, sympathy, all those go away because they never empathize or sympathize, because they don't talk to anybody else about problems. And so what happens is they're like, you know what? This world doesn't even matter to me. I can go kill all these people. What are they going to do? Take me to jail? It's like, I've already been in isolation my whole life. You know? That might not be their reasoning, but I mean, deep down, I mean, that's how they could think about it. I mean, it's just a way to think about it. And there's all kinds of other problems.
You know, you're fresh out of high school. You know, you're more in tune on what's going. Like,
right.
What you're saying, that's totally part of it.
Right.
But
it's not all of it. I guarantee it's not all of it, but it's a part.
There's a life. You know, there were signs. People didn't do their job. There's not enough resources in the school. They keep cutting resources.
Right. Agreed.
There should be people. Instead of hiring crisis actors, hire crisis people in the school. That's their job. That they go around, because it's not happening in a high level. Like where every school there's a shooting, but if you have that person in the school that's their job is to keep hey, Johnny been drawing some fucked up shit.
Right.
Go talk to Johnny.
Yeah, like
let's go look at Johnny.
Right. Right. Have like you like that's what I said about too, like a Big Brother program almost, where like you have a kid or like a group of kids that you just tell, hey, like that kid over there, like he's being bullied, blah blah. It's like, he's your kid. You take care of him. You talk to him. Become friends with Johnny. You know. Try and get to know Johnny, even if Johnny's drawing some weird stuff. I was like, just hear me out. Just try and talk to Johnny. Try and understand. You know, I mean, because really that's what it is. Because if you talk to somebody long enough, right? Because I just know how this works. You talk to somebody long enough, you understand how they work. So like if you talk to Johnny, who's drawing swastikas in his notebook, you start talking to him why he does it, etc. He gives you the reasons why, and then you talk to him and say, yeah, but then you start pointing out things. And then if he's a rationally thinking person, I mean, not saying everybody is, but you start going, you know, like, you're kind of right about this and that. Like, yeah, it's probably not cool, you know, and everything else. I mean, I get where that is. Now, where I do say gun control comes in is at home, the accessibility to guns needs to be reduced because I want to know how these 17-year-old kids are getting their guns. I mean, like you talked to me about city life. You can go ahead and talk to me about that, like there. But I mean, I'm worried about like how these kids are getting their guns so easily at home, where like they can just go and just, you know, find them sitting in the closet somewhere, grab one.
Well, there's a lot of legal
On
stuff
top of the
going on,
fridge.
but I think this setting is more of, these people aren't from a city life that are shooting up schools, right? Am I right? Most of them are like,
right. Oh, exactly.
like
That's what
they're
I'm
not
saying.
in the inner city, is what I'm saying.
Right.
They're like suburb type or outer skirt type thing. So most of these people are is that something that they like showed a stat of that? Like, where are they getting the guns from?
Right. And
Did
that's,
they get them from their house?
There's-
Did they get them from their neighbor? Where'd they get them from?
You know what? And that's something that needs to be researched or topic.
We need to look into that.
Maybe not.
If
even
anybody
just,
knows out there, if you got anything, drop those in there so we can see the content on that, where it comes from or whatever.
Right, because that's what I'm sitting here thinking about as we talk about it. Like, I wonder how many of that statistical number where they got their weapons from, because then you can start making legislature from a government perspective of where they're coming from and how to reduce that number. I mean, I also believe background checks are a thing, but how are these younger people who can't get the guns so able to access them? You know, like, how are they accessing?
Because it's illegal. Like when I was growing up, I'll tell you this is how a lot of guns get in the inner city.
Right. Wait, but you said they target them, the dealers, the people who are weapons dealers. They target the cities.
Not only that, but drugs. And you know where they come from? They come from the outer city.
Yeah.
From the people coming in from the suburbs and the country that are coming in to buy drugs. They don't have the money. They trade. I grew up on the streets. I did a lot of stuff in the streets. I had a lot of guns that I bought from people that are coming from
out ways. Yeah.
and selling drugs. I mean, selling to get or trading them to get drugs, guns that we don't even know where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I can imagine what it is now. We didn't have internet then, and plus it's a disconnect too. Like you're saying, it's a disconnect with the younger people. Like you said, human contact. Like back when we were bullied, you know, you get bullied a little bit, you got to fight back.
Right.
You know, you punch somebody in the face, you punch a few people in the face and fight back. People leave you alone. Today, it's like you get bullied in school. Now you go home, you turn on your computer, and there's people bullying you on there. So I can understand.
You can't even
how
get
that-
away from it. I understand how that is. You know what I mean? And with everything being so connected that way, and you have like a social network hierarchy, you know, like your school and everything with a social media, you know, like if that embarrassing thing you did, like back then, maybe not everybody knew what happens. They'd talk to you, you know, or something, right? Or whatever, what have
Well,
you.
you just had
Or
a
that
lot
rumor.
more thorough people.
Right, because they had to ask questions. You had to have conversation. That's what I'm saying. You had to talk about anything that happened. Now something could be texted to somebody immediately about it. There's no face-to-face communication
Or you
saying,
can not even you can send a video.
right, I send a video of something, right,
and they
of course.
share the video and it goes viral or what? 10
Right,
seconds?
but I mean, I'm not saying that's the case of how it all happens.
No, I'm saying, but
But-
it's a problem. Social media's a problem because the reason why people are so heartless nowadays because they're looking for likes. They don't care about human.
And everything's in the generation of now, and I believe a lot of people are. It's easier for people to go, let's just ban the guns. Let's just do that.
You can't.
But
People
the
just
problem-
need to get over that. It's not gonna happen.
Right, but the problem
You're
is
wasting energy.
Exactly, you're wasting energy anyway. Well, no, we shouldn't want that as a people. What we should want is for the people that we have that are going, what's going on, to be more mentally healthy. We should put money back. That's the problem. They make budget cuts to things like mental health.
Right.
And we need those, and we need money back in the schools. And you said it, Coach. You said it without a shadow of a doubt. That's what we need. We need money back in our schools. They need to start investing again in our children. I can't believe that we take cuts to our education, and we have all that military spending. If you could cut even, I'm just saying, if you cut even 3% of that military spending and put it back into schooling, it would be tremendous.
And this is the thing though too. This is what I don't get. The minute that a war starts, all of a sudden there's trillions of dollars laying around to go put
Right.
into the war.
Right.
But you're telling me every year you can't go to the budget and say, hey, we're going to have to... that's something that I would pay. I don't like paying taxes on people using our army to go for a private agenda.
Right.
They're using it as a private... It's just that simple.
Right.
But use the tax money to take care of our people first. Because that's the main thing. If you talk to people... Like, I talk to different type of people from different countries. And their view of America is what we're really not about, but that's their view because that's what we do to people. It's not our military action and agenda of the government. That's not how our people feel. But then they see us waving flag. We're supposed to be proud of our country, but people need to really do the research on what they're doing and start speaking up about that. Because really, there's no war that we're supposed to be in at all, because it has nothing to do with us. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. I don't want to hear, oh, if we don't do it, then it'll weaken our positions. What the fuck do we need to be over in any of those countries for? What are we over there for? To take their resources and put them in debt and control them.
Right.
That's it. If we just worried about protecting our circle, like none of you motherfuckers are coming over here. Nobody's coming over here at all. Worried about that, we don't have no problems. People think that we're fucking deranged people, but we're not. You know what I'm saying? Because of the actions of our government.
Right. Exactly. Because they see that stuff. We don't. We're not over there. We don't see how we're represented over there.
Right.
You know,
and
across the pond.
Yeah, they see it. We know what it is. And that's one thing too, to go with the gun control. How people say you're supposed to be prideful. They're protecting. You know what I mean? I love the concept of our Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, all of that. I love it because that's what the principles and what they're really supposed to do is. It's just like with the gun. Our gun is meant to protect ourselves.
Right.
Protect ourselves. It's not meant to go out and I say, oh my. What they're saying to us is, okay, my neighbors are over there and they're doing something that I don't like, or they have something that I want. Let me get my gun and go over there and take it, or put a stop to whatever they're doing. That's not what it's meant for.
It's whenever someone directly threatens you.
Right.
In that moment of time.
Where you have to protect yourself.
You have to protect yourself. I agree. I totally agree.
And what I was trying to get at is that people are like, all right, we're pro-gun or we're not pro-gun. But everybody seems to be on this, well, you know, you got the left and the right. You know, to me, there's just a bunch of followers that are following people. They don't agree totally with everything and what that. But when it comes to like be prideful of your country and your army and I've dealt with so many like veterans that come home that are homeless or on alcohol, PSD, not being treated. But you put so much money into putting them into that situation when they come back. That's what I put my energy into.
Right.
I'm not going to be like, hey, yeah, I'm going to be like, be safe. If I have a soldier that's in my circle that's going off to war, no matter what the war is, I'm going to say, hey, be safe, you know, make it back, you know, whatever. Right. But I'm not going to be like, be happy about that you're going to slaughter fucking people because of something we don't really know why.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. I'm not gonna be happy for you. I'm never happy that you're going to war. Like I have people that sign up for the military. I'm not happy that they're signed up for the military. I mean, I'm honored that they would say go and do that because wow, like to think that you would put your life on the line for me or anybody else. That's something I would be I'm honored, but I'm not happy for you because when I see that, I think in my head like, well, it's like now I got to worry about my guy, and all the things he's going to do. And then I've seen how the military treats you once you leave the military. So then I feel.
One out of four homeless person is a veteran. Those are facts.
That's just insane to me. I can't deal with that. I just knowing that you would come out.
So yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I'm just saying, just knowing that my friend could come home and make some choices in his life and then end up homeless. And then, I'd see him one day like, hey, what's up, Joe? I'm like, oh, I'm living in this box down the street. That would be crazy to me. And just because, that's what you decide to do with your career choice and everything else. I mean, I know they offer college and what have you. But, I mean, when you're there and you're in the military, the thick of the things for what, years? I mean, it's just not a good situation.
Yeah, and then the thing is, though, like I said, like I was getting at before, like the comparison of it, like you can't have it. You can't be like, the guns, you're wasting energy with that. Because I don't care what anybody, you got the propaganda that those people are trying to put it, but I don't know too many people that are like Democratic or feel the same that want their guns taken away. They don't want to be like, here's my gun. They know what that gun's for. It's what that part of is trying to get you to say. You know what I'm saying? Get you to think, oh yeah, maybe we should give up our guns. Everything will be okay.
Right. And that's the problem too.
Because they're gonna stab you. The next thing you're gonna do, they're gonna just go in and stab like 20 people.
Right. Exactly.
Or make a bomb.
Or make I mean,
there's no way to control that.
I'm just saying, if you're a person who has decided that you're going to kill a mass amount of people,
yeah, you should probably talk to somebody, man.
Well, it's not just talking to somebody. The problem is they've decided it. They're going to find a way to do it. The problem is we have to start looking at the root of the problem. And the problem is not the guns, because the guns have existed for time and time, and before the 40s, we didn't have people killing each other all the time.
Bro, it wasn't, 98 was the first school shooting.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We didn't have all these issues. And the problem is we need to start looking at it as a society, that what's going on has to do with mental health. We have to get to the source of the problem. We need to help the education system. We need to help with the health system. We need to start looking for these people actively and seeking them. We have to put some tighter background checks on weapons, okay? I'm not saying we get rid of guns, but we have to do something like that, because I know perfectly...
you can't be a mental health... Like, I didn't understand why the 45 lifted that. Didn't make no sense. You can't be mentally unstable and be able to go get a gun. If you have mental health history that shows that you have violence, if you were treated for depression or something, we're not talking about that. We're talking about if you prone to violence in your background check,
bipolar.
You can't be walking around with a gun. It's just that simple. But what we're saying, even those ain't the people that are doing it. Those aren't the people. There's no background on teenage kids that say they might have a background, but they're not going to apply for guns. Yeah, so that you can throw that out the window. It's not a 45-year-old guy that's been in treatment for mental health going shooting up shit. It's kids that are. This is what it is. Partly what you said is disconnect. They're disconnected. They get on this thing and then they find those people that are preying on them, that are telling them this is what you need, and then it gets in their head, and they're not getting the proper treatment. And there's no resources for every shooting. They always say there's signs that this person is going to do something fucked up.
Right, but you know what happens is the people ignore the signs. They don't want to deal with it. Right. And that's what it is.
Or then you got the people that are saying, well, take the guns away, that are saying, well, you can't just free. Johnny might have made some crazy fucking things and he's dressing crazy, but if you're truly concerned, something has to be done. Yeah. If there's mental health, I know every American right, but if you can avoid somebody going to shoot up a school, I think everybody should be in agreement that maybe we should kind of violate his rights a little bit right now and check to make sure that he's all right. That's the only thing I can say that you can do, because what else can you do?
Right. I just know that we gotta throw money at that, and hopefully, Coach, that will subsidize or at least reduce the number, because I believe that people are just nowadays more and so mentally unstable. I mean, all we can do is hope to decrease the rate at this point till it goes down to nothing, because it's not going to be fixed right away. This isn't going to be something where it's going to be a quick fix. We're going to snap our fingers. We're going to ban something. We're going to say something, and it's going to be over. No. But what we can do is like we've been talking about. Is we got to talk to these people. We got to get funding to the things that would help these people. Not just these people, but us as people. Because tomorrow I could have the worst day of my life. Coach could die in a helicopter crash.
No.
No. Yeah, right. It'd be more like you got ran over by like some guy driving past. Probably the dude.
Yeah, he's like, gets me in my sight. Like, I'm tired of you. You're always talking shit. I can hear you.
I can hear you on the thing.
We can't talk about that.
Right.
But we just gave him some free promotion. Bleep that out. Can you do that?
Yes. But we said dude. We didn't say his name. We just said dude.
No, but we said the company.
Yeah.
We got to bleep those out. We're not giving no free. The only people we're looking at the people like the guy that we're going to see later on. He gets a free one.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? We're not giving no free things, because we're going to get this thing on and popping, and everybody's going to be like in the emails like, what about try this product, blah blah blah. I'm already working on how we're going to handle all that stuff, but we're going to work this out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But back to what we're saying, let's kind of close this out a little bit.
Oh no,
it kind of frustrates me when we like when I see the stuff about like everybody's wasting energy on saying
right,
guns,
saying guns or not guns. It's just, and it is. It's just it's tiring, and I know because we want it to be that easy. We want the conversation to be so minuscule that it's just, okay, we'll just get rid of this and this should take care of the problem. We really think that way, but really it's going to be a process. It's always going to be a process. There's going to be steps that we are going to have to take as people, as individuals, as human beings. We're going to have to do. We're going to have to push on our Congress to make more budget cuts so we can, or not budget cuts, but more spending, more funding towards the properties that we discussed. When you're going to need to actually conversate with human beings. We're going to have to, as parents, watch where we leave our weaponry. If in the house, in a cabinet where they don't know the code until a certain age, what have you.
And education. Educate your kids.
Educate.
It is a tough thing to, like, if they obviously have a mental problem to go shoot up something. And it's such a, you know what I mean? I think that, like, the powers that be that want it to be that, you know what I'm saying? It's just they're making it seem like if you take the guns away, nothing bad's gonna happen. They'll just find another way to do it.
They'll just find another
We just
way.
need to focus on doing that, like you said, like get the resources back because the schools are a mess. There's that one kid walking around like a tick. You ever see those movies like where the guy he's gonna do something bad in the near future, but he's walking around and he's interacting with certain people, but he's doing messed up shit and they notice it, but they never say anything about it,
right.
Or they don't have the resources to say anything about it. Stuff like that. We need to do it. Plus, we need to our kids that we're raising or grandkids. You don't have no kids. You're still a kid yourself, but the younger generation, we need to teach them to grow up to start being the leaders that we want instead of being the leaders that are just like, and that's a hard thing too, because once you get in there and you see how that game works and they start throwing money at you, a lot of people's morals go right the fuck out the window. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they turn into, we need to start raising those type of people that are built are on morality, that are going to make decisions to fix these type problems.
I agree with that totally. But like I said, guys, if you have anything you'd like to say, your take on it, like I said, go ahead, shoot us a comment, shoot us a message.
Share, like, comment, subscribe.
Share, like, comment. Definitely do a share, please. We would love it if you'd share us up,
That sounded, I was about to say that. I don't want to offend nobody, but that sounded a little weird.
It sounded a little weird.
You're like, definitely.
Share us
definitely.
up. Definitely. Oh, share us up.
Oh, my God. But yeah, definitely share, like, and subscribe. Remember, man, that support you, whoever you support, we're gonna support whoever supports us. And I do a lot of things like when we get on those like pages and site, I'll like somebody's stuff. I'll even watch a little bit of their episode to see if I like it. Leave a comment. If I'm gonna do that once for you. That's like me. I don't like to ask twice. I only ask somebody something once, and that's the last time you hear from me. So, but I'm gonna support the things. You gotta reciprocate that support because that's how you build your brand also, by supporting others.
So support your support. As always, guys, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya.